It is PLE week in the WWE as they get ready to crown a king and queen while celebrating a night of champions. But there's a lot to talk about with this particular show, and admittedly, some of this may get dated, like the second that I'm done talking about it. But there is a real human element to this whole thing. It is a legitimately scary time in that part of the world as this event heads over to Saudi Arabia, and so you just hope that everybody is safe when you are having the like bordering on war that we are dealing with right now, and different countries saying like, yeah, if there's someone from the States here, they are not safe. That's a problem, and that is very, very scary. And there are times where global issues will get kind of put on sporting events. It's like, oh, well, how could they with the world in the shape that it's in right now? And the chance of something actually happening is pretty slim. This doesn't feel like one of those times. This feels like a real and present threat with the WWE performers going over there at this exact time in human history. It feels scary, to be perfectly honest with you. And so you combine that with the issue that you would have with Saudi run shows anyway, based off of human rights violations, the Khashoggi murder, and all of that. It makes this a very, very difficult event to talk about, a very difficult event to cover. And there isn't really an easy transition to war and all of that. But hey, wrestling. But that is kind of what the spot that we've been put in with this whole thing. So, like, as far as the show goes, John Cena, CM Punk, one last time. Maybe. I do hope that the Pipe Bomb 2.0 on Friday kind of makes this turn away from Punk's previous comments about Saudi Arabia. We are all understanding that there is quite a bit of hypocrisy in things that CM Punk said outside of WWE and now coming into WWE, talking about the main eventing night one of the buy one, get one free spectacular with MJF, and saying the rather graphic comments he did about ever wrestling in Saudi Arabia, and now he is there. We all kind of have that understanding. WWE, the subtle hint at it on the opening kind of salvo of this promo was good. I thought it was like, okay, if you know, if you know, if you don't, it was just a line. But then to keep going with it, with like, I've made him a hypocrite, and CM Punk saying, I'll go through hell to wrestle you. They were able to get that clip and kind of make the most out of it, but I still think it was becoming too much of a focus. So I'm now kind of hoping that Pipe Bomb 2.0 just kind of directs you in the other direction over there, and you can kind of, get it in the way that you want. I know some people didn't love that particular promo. I enjoyed it. I think it's been kind of fun to have Cena do these kind of tribute acts, basically, along the way. One more feud with Orton. Tie up some things with R-Truth, kind of. Have his version of a pipe bomb. Like, just let him... And let fans kind of see this different side of what these rivalries were, or what these connections were at different points. So I think it makes sense. And I think if you're going to do this feud, we've already had a couple tie-ins with promos from Punk's past. So to have a unique version of John Cena on it, I think it was fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I think it was fine. My main question for this, as we look ahead to the show on Saturday, what does this match look like? Because I am not excited for it at all. Cena has been doing his best 1980s wrestling impersonation lately, and not in a good way. But Punk is still very good. I just don't see him being good enough to carry John Cena in a 2025 title match. I don't see there being any way that this match is like anything close to any of the matches that they've had before. And there's also not a lot of drama with it, because we are kind of assuming that CM Punk is not going to win this fight and this match. So the build-up has been neat. It's fun to see these two guys go back and forth at it again. This is the one where it would have been awesome if we had more Rock involvement. Like, obviously the build-up to Mania was what it was, very frustrating, and we were all very disappointed by that. And then the conclusion of Mania and all of those things. But this one, to have like Cena be full on under the Rock's thumb and that whole thing, and have CM Punk being the one cutting promos against it, oh, that would have been magic. Oh, it would have been so good. So just that one, a bit of a bummer on that side of it. King of the Ring finale. I really thought that there was a fun story to tell with Sami Zayn making it to the final and losing here, but he ends up losing to Randy Orton in the semifinal. Still a good story you can tell with that. But as of this recording, we don't know who Randy Orton will face, taping this before Raw on Monday. To me, it makes sense to have Cody go there and win and set him up for a John Cena match at SummerSlam. Add one more thing to Cody's resume, try to build up into the Cena match that way. The one concern I would have is to get there, you now need Cody to beat Jey Uso, who people like, and Randy Orton, who people love. And that is not a good way to stop people from booing Cody Rhodes. So I don't know. We will see what happens with this whole thing. I do think there would be a really interesting, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but I think there would be a really interesting little pivot to do where SummerSlam comes and we do a double turn. And Cena realizes that the fans have been with him the whole time, and Cody is actually the one who sold his soul to The Rock. And he has now recognized, like, fuck, like I got all this against me. I just need that championship back. Like, I know my friends were turning against me, but I need that power back. So let me grab onto the coattails of The Rock. We get out of this heel Cena thing that we haven't really loved. We get a new version of Cody that people are ready to grasp onto anyway. It does kind of leave you without that super duper baby face, but I guess you get John Cena for a while in that spot, and then the hope would be you build someone else up in that time. But I think that would be a very interesting way to build this one up on Saturday and then into SummerSlam. Queen of the Ring also getting its finale as Asuka will take on the winner of Jade Cargill and Roxanne Perez from Monday Night Raw. It does seem like a lot of the momentum and sense would point toward Jade winning this, but I don't think there's a bad option in the bunch. Coming up here in a second on the live stream, and for those listening, it is going to be over on Living Room Lariat on Friday. I'll be talking about Roxy's place in Judgment Day post Liv Morgan, but I'd be interested to see her maybe get a bit of a run out of this whole thing. Asuka coming back from injury, giving her a chance to win this and have a match with Io, who she was partners with in Damage Control. Like, I just think each story and each option presents you with some intriguing opportunities, I would say, for the WWE. So I think there's a good way that you can go in any of these, but I think that this is going to be, again, just watching the event itself, I think it's going to be an interesting and exciting show, but I'm probably not going to be able to feel it fully until all of those performers are back on my television on Monday for Raw, and we're able to get excited about it that way, because right now, it feels very tense. A couple other stories on this. I don't hate the idea of AJ getting the belt from Dominic Mysterio, although that does kind of feel like it's, still finding its legs a little bit. And Solo Sikoa against Jacob Fatu, that just feels primed for someone to run in, join Solo's group, probably a Hikuleo, and kind of cost Jacob Fatu the United States Championship. But some interesting stuff, anyway, from the WWE. We now go to a different segment here for the wrestling watching. As, again, mentioned before, Living Room Lariat is going to be a new wrestling podcast here from Couch Potato Diary. It's going to be all the wrestling stuff that we talk about throughout the week in one spot. So if you like the wrestling, you don't like the rest of the sports that we're talking about, or you just want wrestling, it'll be there all combined for you. Plus a couple extra segments that will be from the show. And so, like, YouTube, it's still going to be there. We're still going to stream them here on Twitch. It's just going to be in the audio format. It is only going to be available on Living Room Lariat.